Hey y'all, welcome to episode 17 of the Christmas card series here at Rice and Crafts. Today I'm going to be using La La Land Crafts Christmas Elf Luca for my main focal image. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece of scrap paper here because I'm going to color Luca. I'm going to color this frame rather. I think I'm going to do it in silver. Or, no. Changed my mind. Sorry. I'm going to use the holographic glitter. Holographic embossing powder by Ranger. That'll be fun and sparkly. So I'm going to grab my embossing ink, or rather this one is the glycerin. Because I'm covering the whole thing, there's no reason to waste my good Versamark when I can use glycerin instead and it will work just the same. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle my embossing powder. Oops, I dropped it. Come back here. Alright, so I'm just going to turn it in powder here. And I'm just going to lightly tap the extra. I'm just going to tap it against my container here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and just put it back on my board here, or rather the scrap paper. And I don't know if it shows up on camera or not, but there's a little bit of smoke or steam that comes off of it. That is okay. That is the glycerin. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this card put together here. I've got some pattern paper. Unfortunately, I've got embossing powder everywhere, so it's going to be very glimmery today. I've got 2 pieces of red cardstock here that are cut at 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and I've got a piece of pattern paper that is from the Paper Studios Winter Wonderland, and it's cut at 3.5 by, no, wrong, 4.5 by 6.5. And for the full list of supplies and images, for full list of supplies and measurements and a link to adorable Christmas elf Luca, check the information box below for a link to my blog, and then I will link on the blog posting to him. Alright, I'm just stamping in a little bit of Memento Ladybug ink, and I'm using the Wonder of Christmas stamp by, what is this? Stampabilities. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this card put together. Once I got it started put together, I will know better how I'm going to decorate this. I should have actually done that in green, but that's okay. So I've got this cute Christmas present stamp that I put aside over here. And I think I'm going to just stamp this down here in this corner here. And I'm going to use, I was going to use Memento ink, but I changed my mind. I'm going to use a little bit of StazOn, maybe. A little of both, maybe. Alright. And I'm just going to line that up and go ahead and stamp that. I need to get some re-inkers for my StazOn pads. I haven't been using them a lot. I think part of the problem is that lid sticks up at the top. So let's go ahead and get the rest of the card put together here, and we will move on. Alright, so what I'm going to do for starters, because I'm not sure how I want to do my sentiment, is I'm going to go ahead and just put it together, and we'll go from there as far as figuring out which one I'm going to use. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're going to just put our pattern paper on top of our cardstock here. Okay. And to adhere my frame on here, I'm going to actually grab my spray box, which kind of has walked away. Alrighty. I guess I will improvise. And I'm just going to, I'm just going to use this magazine here. And I'm using some Easy Tack Crayon spray. If I can get it open. Well, I guess that's one way of opening it. And I'm going to grab a couple of pieces of paper towel here. To just cover the other direction. And I'm just gonna give it a little spray. Just like that. It doesn't take much. And now I've got to find my tweezers. There they are. And I'm just going to use my tweezers to pick them up. Alright. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball. I kind of want this in the middle there. Except I don't think I got it real straight. But that's okay, because Luca's going to cover most of it. Alright, and I'm going to throw some Pop Dots behind Luca. And I'm going to cut one Pop Dot in half to go on his shoes, just so they're not kind of hanging in the middle of nowhere. Now, I wouldn't do a ton of, like, if you've got an open frame, I would not, I'm sorry, not an open frame, but like a piece of paper, I wouldn't use this holographic embossing powder on it because it acts like glitter, and most things are not going to stick to it. Okay, so here's Luca. And now I can see, whoops, sorry about that. Did not mean to throw that around. I'm going to have to pick this up, guys, so I can see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my powder tool here and just kind of make sure that I'm all secure there. And I'm actually going to stamp this upside down and cross my fingers and hope for the best. And I'm going to use some Ranger Ultra Fine Silver Embossing Powder. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm just going to press that down. And I'm just going to powder that sentiment. Okay. And I'm going to grab my heat gun and go ahead and emboss that. Alright. Now, if it warps a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of peel that corner up. And just pop a little extra adhesive there because of the heat. All right, and there's our card for today. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all next time.